welcome to my channel Mispronounced Adventures. My name's Alex and welcome to Nordic Arctic Round 3. New personal record, minus 38. I'm currently here, almost the most northerly point in continental Europe. And last episode I decided to walk to the real most northerly point. Not the mistakenly, but most accessible point, Nordkapp. And I had a good trek to get there, emulate getting to the most northerly point on continental Europe by getting naked. Woo! Feedback from that episode where quite a few people were interested in what I take with me on a winter's day out, so here's my rucksack.
So, what's in my bag? I'm going to go for my mountaineering boots over my snow boots. Got some snowshoes because the snow looks potentially like they're going to be helpful. Got my tent because I'll probably overnight. First aid kit, sleeping kit, roll mat, 5-season sleeping bag, emergency kit which has got everything from satcoms, notepads, extra torches, cables, spare phone, duct tape, admin pouch, food, sunnies because it is going to be bright, goggles because there potentially could be some wind, hard gloves, 2 pairs of soft gloves, spare down jacket, water bottle, there'll be another water bottle going in as well, head torch, I think I've got about 4 different torches with me, spare cables, snow, whatever you call these things, ice grippers, whatever. The bit nearer the sea is going to have less snow, more icy rock, 2 power stations, and then the phone, which is my recording kit, and the tripod. And that is my little reasonably light overnighting kit. So let's get this packed in the bag and crack on.
Most of this kit I've been using for years when I've been leading expeditions all over the world. But now let's get on with the episode and start off just after I got back from the trek.
Rightio then, all tidied up from my little trek today. Stuff's in the drying room which needs drying because it was raining a bit on the way back. Dropped to about 0 degrees at the moment. Still very near Nordkapp, but I will start making a bit more of the drive south. So let's get out of here.
The final section between Nordkapp and Hunningsford is probably some of the steepest and windiest on the route to Nordkapp.
Alright, this is the 9% hill. Look at it, it's all been quite warm, so it's all melted out.
Not too much to show for the rest of the night. I just made my way down from Nordkapp to a park up I've used a couple of times between Aldersfjord and Alta.
Well, it is bright this morning. I need my sunglasses on, I'm blinded. So, head a little bit further south towards Alta and then figure out my game plan for the day. And Norway looks good.
Well, that was pretty cool to see. I took quite a few photos I'm quite happy with. I'll go ask the guy if he wants me to send him any of them. Maybe he's just packing away his stuff over there.
Well,
had a chat with him and he's a really nice guy. He's a surgeon and he lives in Hammerfest, and that was the first time he's been out on a kite on snow. He usually does it on water, but that's his first time. Could have fooled me it was his first time. He looked like he knew full well what he was doing. And then showed him a van, just had a chat about life and things. Really nice guy. So I'm gonna let him finish his lunch, or he's gonna go back out kiting if you want to focus. And ooh, it's starting to rain. And I'm gonna carry on my drive. And that's what I did for the rest of the day. Got to Alta and then edited. So we'll pick this up the following morning. Well, it is a gloriously sunny day. And I think it's just above 0, or about 0. So still near Alta, and I was getting towards, well, it's now early March, so I do really need to start thinking about getting back to the UK. Well, I think it's early March. I think it's the 4th of March, and I originally said I would be back to the UK about the 10th, and I'm currently in Alta, so it's kind of difficult to get further away on the European continent than the UK. So today I might have a little bit of a drive inland. Yeah, I don't want to go though. Going to my friend's wedding, which if they're watching this video, I'm looking forward to going to your wedding. Just, you are the reason I'm coming back, guys. Anyway, it is what it is. I've got plenty of footage and I think there should be plenty of episodes for you guys to watch. So let's get the van going, which is looking filthy at the minute. And let's get a move on. Yeah, I don't take those very often.
For about 91 miles, continue straight on.
Well, you don't overtake those every day. Bloody hell. It's a lot, isn't it? Probably not going to go for the overtake, just having a look at what's coming up. Right, just been at a Extra getting some chocolate and, well, this big vehicle came over to me, and let me just show you this big vehicle. So that big vehicle is a YouTube channel, it turns out, and I'm just going to get a big shot of them. That is a YouTube channel called the Ingham family, and they've got 1.3 million subscribers, and they're absolutely lovely. So I was just having a quick chat with them. Just parked up, coincidentally, the same shop, and they came over. We had a big chat, and turns out
turn left onto Barktevery, then turn left onto Ortalorda.
Arctic Trip Season 2 inspired them to come up here. They were in a sprinter last year. They did Nordkapp, and now they're in that beast with their kids and family. Well, kids would be family, Alex. They're off to Lofoten, so all the best to them. I'm gonna say check them out, give them a shout out. Completely different area of YouTube to me, but very cool. So have a good, check them out, and I need to carry on. Right, about to cross into Finland.
Turn right onto Gortajianjiadnu.
I'm going to presume there's some sort of exercises going on between Finland and Norway, because every lay-by I kind of pull over in, it's got filled with bits of military hardware. One of the ones I pulled over, wanted to go for a wee. Bunch of people wearing white camouflage popped out of the snow. Thought, you know what? Maybe not, I'll carry on a little bit. Skis. water potty.
The next stop is on your right. Hitachi 1248. Arrived.
Well, this lay-by will have to do for tonight because it's the only one I can find without military hardware and men in white camouflage in it. Those lorries have been, there's another one behind me, have been in this lay-by since about 4 AM with it. No, probably like half 2 in the morning with the engines running. Just chatting and playing loud music. Right, good morning. Didn't get myself caught in the rest of the middle of a NATO exercise, although I still think I'm driving through it today for a bit. Woke up to an email this morning. I've got to do a collaboration email. So actually, this is my Anker C1000, which, having played with many power stations, this is by far the best one I have played with, which is why it's away with me on the trip. Although that being said, I've also got a River 2 with me as well, which is a really small one, which is actually my drone charging station. Anyway, email off the marketing company I deal with, working with Anker, which is quite a big collaboration actually. It helps fund these trips and potentially going to help fund the new van. But it's the 5th of March today, and they said, brilliant, we want the draft for, they approved the idea, and brilliant, we want the draft for the 9th. So I need to film and edit an entire collaboration video in about 3 days whilst doing all the other stuff I need to do as well. But it's a well-paying one, so a graft. But I think I'm going to drive a little bit further south, hopefully get some sort of clearer weather. I don't really want like this sort of for doing a video. I want something wintry looking, maybe a bit of sun. Let's get going. I don't think the tank's gonna let me through. I'm not putting out in front of a tank. Well, I found myself in the middle of NATO's exercise Steadfast Defender 24, which is the largest NATO exercise since the Cold War. Definitely impressive driving over 100 miles of wilderness road and seeing endless lines of hardware and temporary military camps set up. Obviously, recording military bases and camps is not okay, but since this is just public transport and I'm on a public road for anyone to see, I didn't think anything's wrong recording this stuff. So this is a little project I've been wanting to do for a while. I like the e-bike, I like the Cobra. I always find their lights are a bit, well, you know, not very good. And as we on the channel, I like my lights. So we'll have a look at the light on this. So light-wise, turn the bars out, turn the bike on, turn off the rear lights so we can see it's on. Oh, these are the lights. Where's the light? There it is. That's it, and that actually looks quite a lot brighter on a camera. Yeah, quite a wide field of view. However, I think we can do a little bit better than that. So, time for a little electrical project. First off though, we'll put the bike back inside. The wind fell down. Right, lighting upgrade. What do I want to do? Well, I want more lights. So I went to Motornet in Finland and bought these two cheap 60 watt sort of work flood lights. I think they were, I don't know, €14 or something each. So those two because obviously. And then I had pre-planned some of this. So before I drove out, I did buy some brackets so we can mount them. So we've got some brackets. I've also got a little attachment system because I'm using the folding handlebars. I haven't really got anywhere to mount them. So I've got a sort of a handlebar extension with some 3D printed caps I put on it. And that should be able to mount to the existing folding handlebars. Should. I've got, ordered off Amazon, a cheap handlebar sort of switch unit so we can turn the lights on and off. And then I probably went a little bit over the top. They are 12 volt lights. So before I left, I ordered a cheap 48 volt to 12 volt step down converter so we can run it directly off the bike itself opposed to having a separate 12 volt battery. So these are only 12 volt lights. And because I wanted to use that without damaging any of the original cables, I found the plugs which the Himway Cobra uses with XT60 connectors. So this goes between the battery connection and the speed controller. So I can put this in instead. Then I can use a Y branch, XT60, cut the ends off, and then so 48 volt can go to the speed controller as normal, and the 48 volt can go to the step down converter to power the lights. And because I want lighting all round, I went on eBay and ordered a cheap rear light which plugs into an existing plug on the Himway Cobra. So this is my little electrical project, and let's go outside and have a quick test to see how powerful these are. Right, that's fusing. Right, actually I think the northern lights are in the background, you can just about see them. Let's have a quick test. So this is just one of them, and bear in mind I've got two to put on. Yeah, I think that should probably make the bike's lights a bit brighter. Yeah, fair to say the bike will have a bit of a further throw in its lighting. Right, back in the van, and I didn't record any of the things I just did. This is going to be like a handlebar extension. Put the mounts on the lights, and then I put the additional bracket which they come with, which will then clamp on like that, one for each side of the bike. And then these brackets hold it onto the foldable handlebars. So first I need to probably start mounting this on the bike itself. So I might need to grab the bike and bring it in here so I can actually access the handlebars. Right, it's in here. It's not necessarily made my life much easier, but I'm going to take the bracket off which holds the screen on. And these thin brackets should be able to go in the middle, and then I should be able to mount everything I need on it. There we go. Now I need to get these on. Oh, look at it, it's a hinge. It's going to need some shims. Ooh, I print two of them. Should have printed some more shims. Right, here are some other shims I printed before I left, which means this, which is the mount for the screen, will fit on this bar. Or at least I think it should. And there we go. That's not ideal. So I've got them mounted, temporary wired up, because I'm going to put the bike back in the
slot, because it's getting late and I kind of want to go to bed. But we'll get it back in the slot and then we'll have a quick look at them on and see how bright it is. So, just the normal front light on. That's the illumination. And then that's a lot wider. Probably needs a little bit of adjustment, but definitely a lot more. I think after I've got it all set up, I'll play around with the position of the lights, but definitely far better field of view when riding. And that's pretty much going to end this episode here. And thank you very much for joining me. If you've enjoyed this sort of content, do consider checking out this, the rest of Arctic Season 3, or Season 1 and 2, or some of the more technical projects I do, or some of the silly adventures. And leaving a like and a comment and subscribing. Other ways you can help support the channel, looking at some of the links in the description. I work for Roma, which is a UK lithium battery company. I do their consultations and system designs, but I also have an affiliate link for their batteries, which is what I use in this van. I've got their Extreme series. I'm a brand ambassador for Autoterm, looking at their diesel heaters and hot water heaters, and a variety of other links. But really, I just want you guys to enjoy the content. So thank you very much for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Cheers, bye.